Good morning everyone, I'm Cynthia and today I'll be presenting about generative kinetic typography. In the last years, I've observed a new tendency of kinetic typography in graphic design which has been made possible by animation softwares. Kinetic typography is an animation technique mixing motion and text, with the text presented in a manner intended to convey or evoke a particular idea or emotion. I particularly drew much of my inspiration from the project Kinetic Typography Experiments by Nikita Izev. In this experimental series, he showcases the limitless possibilities and how much you can push the boundaries of typographic design with kinetic type. However, even though these animated typographies seem like they are animated three-dimensionally, most are done by moving the type only on the horizontal and vertical axis. Which then got me thinking, how could I redesign typography to animate on three different axes by utilizing a three-dimensional space? Hence, in essence, going from something like this to this. While experimenting with two-dimensional softwares, I found it extremely hard to iterate on the 3D forms as it took the programs forever to render the changes. I decided to switch up the tools and translate it into a coded environment, TouchDesigner. While experimenting with the software, I could get instant feedback of the forms by changing the parameters as it was animating. It then brought me to this. Imagine having a web browser which provides you with a series of tools that allow you to generate experimental animated type, then transforming them into personal pieces of moving art. The generator is based on a simple cylindrical shape and offers users a range of parameters to play and transform the form with, such as increasing and decreasing the duplicate count, toggling with the X and Y type scales, changing between fill and stroke, adjusting the width and the height of the cylinder, adjusting the camera rotation and zoom functions, and choosing a type and background color to whatever would suit their motion graphic best. Here are some examples. After further experimenting and refining with the various tools and parameters on TouchDesigner, the following are various additional iterations based on the cylindrical form. They are added as ready-made presets for the users to choose to use between. The jellyfish preset applies a random noise field to the radius of the cylinder, mimicking the form of a jellyfish. Here's another example. Next is the vortex preset. This preset applies a Brownian noise field to the radius of the cylinder, while constantly revolving around the x-axis. Here's a variant example. I'd like to end off my presentation with this. Perhaps a future in design would be creating of tools instead of creating of designs, and this kinetic typography generator is just in that spirit, by creating a fluid system rather than a final form. And with that, I end my presentation. Thank you.